Crash course on education, education policy and reform. Gain an understanding of the policy issues facing education, including funding, accountability, and equity. Certainly, let's dive into a crash course on education policy and reform. Education policy refers to the set of rules and guidelines that govern the operation of educational systems. These policies are created at various levels, such as federal, state, and local, and are often designed to address issues related to funding, accountability, and equity. One interesting example of education policy in action is the No Child Left Behind Act, NCLB, which was passed by Congress in 2001. The goal of NCLB was to ensure that all students, regardless of their background or socio-economic status, receive a high-quality education. The act required states to administer annual standardized tests to students in grades 3 to 8, and to publicly report the results of these tests. Schools that failed to meet certain benchmarks were labeled as failing, and were subject to a range of consequences, including restructuring, reconstitution, or closure. While NCLB had some positive effects, such as increased accountability and improved data collection, it also had some negative consequences, such as increased emphasis on standardized testing and narrowing of the curriculum. Another example is the Every Student Succeeds Act, ESA, which was signed into law in 2015 as a replacement for NCLB. ESA seeks to provide greater flexibility and local control in education policy, while still maintaining accountability for student outcomes. Under ESA, states are required to create accountability systems that consider multiple measures of student achievement, including academic proficiency, growth, and graduation rates. States are also required to identify and intervene in schools that are consistently low-performing or that have significant achievement gaps. Now, let's turn to the top 12 policy issues facing education today. 1. Funding. One of the biggest challenges facing education today is funding. Many schools and districts are facing budget cuts, which can lead to reduced resources, larger class sizes, and teacher layoffs. Ensuring that schools have the resources they need to provide a high-quality education for all students is crucial. 2. Accountability. Another major issue is accountability. While it's important to hold schools and educators accountable for student outcomes, some argue that an overemphasis on standardized testing can lead to a narrow curriculum and create incentives for cheating and gaming the system. 3. Equity. Ensuring that all students have access to a high-quality education, regardless of their background or socio-economic status, is a critical issue. This includes addressing issues such as segregation, achievement gaps, and disparities in resources. 4. Teacher recruitment and retention. Recruiting and retaining high-quality teachers is essential for student success, but many districts are struggling to attract and retain qualified educators, especially in high-needs areas. 5. Teacher preparation. Ensuring that teachers are well prepared to teach in today's diverse classrooms is also an important issue. This includes providing training and support for culturally responsive teaching, as well as addressing issues related to teacher diversity. 6. School safety. Keeping students and staff safe is a top priority for schools, and issues such as bullying, gun violence, and mental health are all important considerations in creating a safe and supportive learning environment. 7. Technology and innovation. The use of technology in education has the potential to transform teaching and learning, but it also raises important questions about access, equity, and privacy. 8. Early childhood education. Research has shown that early childhood education can have a significant impact on student outcomes, but many families struggle to access quality early childhood programs. 9. Special education. Ensuring that students with disabilities receive a high-quality education is a critical issue. This includes addressing issues such as funding, teacher preparation, and access to appropriate services and accommodations. 10. English language learners. Supporting students who are learning English as a second language is an important issue, as these students face unique challenges related to language. 11. Higher education. The rising cost of higher education has become a major concern, as more students are graduating with significant debt. Ensuring that all students have access to affordable, high-quality post-secondary education is crucial for economic mobility and social equity. 12. Parent and community engagement. Building strong relationships between schools, families, and communities is essential for student success. Engaging parents and community members in the education process can help improve student outcomes and create a more supportive learning environment. In summary, education policy and reform is a complex and multifaceted issue, with many important considerations. Funding, accountability, equity, teacher recruitment and retention, and technology are just a few of the top policy issues facing education today. While there is no easy solution to these challenges, it's important for policymakers, educators, families, and communities to work together to create policies that support student success and ensure that all students have access to a high-quality education. As for a poem, here's one that touches on the importance of equity and access in education. Education for all, a right we must defend. To ensure that every child, regardless of their bend, has access to knowledge, skills, and tools to grow, to reach their full potential and let their talents show. Funding, accountability, and equity we must address, to create a system that truly aims to impress, with well-prepared teachers, and safe schools galore, where every child can thrive and soar. Technology and innovation, let's not forget, can help us bridge gaps and ensure we don't fret. But access and equity must be at the core, to ensure that no child is left behind, no more. From early childhood to higher education, we must work together with strong dedication, to create a system that's fair and just, where every child can learn and trust. So let's engage parents, communities, and more, to build a system that's worth fighting for. Education for all, a right we must defend, for a brighter future that we all intend. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html?8 equals 7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our AnHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.